Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Brittany Cartwright Mislead Jax Taylor to get on Vanderpump Rules. This seems to be something that could have happened. Fans have always questioned Brittany's authenticity when it comes to her relationship with Jax Taylor. However, more recently, fans know she would not have stayed just to be on television. However, is this how the relationship started? Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright in toxic cycle. Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright were married for a while. However, their marriage ended up being a toxic cycle. The two were constantly arguing, Jax was cheating, and so much more. It was recently revealed that Jax was a cocaine addict. When he went to get help, he also got sober. This helped him tremendously. Jax was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So getting on the right medications and getting sober has helped him be a better person and father. Now, Brittany and Jax were not meant to be together, and everyone knows that. Jax has finally admitted that he does not think he is a relationship guy and he needs to stay single. Everyone agrees with this, sadly. Did she mislead her ex-husband to get on the show? There has been a rumor since the beginning that Brittany Cartwright mislead Jax Taylor to get on Vanderpump Rules. Her mother knew who Jax was. However, Brittany claims she had no clue. Jax has spoken on the issue. I've gotten this question so many times over the years, so many times. And I want to say, I hope not. Her mom knew who I was, but Brittany always told me she never knew who I was. But who knows? I get that question all the time. And sometimes I get into my head about it, but I don't think she's that kind of person. Brittany denies ever doing this, and Jax does not think she would. However, she only knows her true intentions. It seems that the question is still being asked. Did Brittany date Jax to get on the show? Well, Jax does not think this is the case. He did admit that he has gotten into his own head about it all. However, he wants to believe that Brittany would not do that, and that is not the kind of person she is. However, only Brittany will know the truth about all of this. What do you think went down? Do you think she started dating Jax to get on Vanderpump Rules? Could one of Vanderpump Rules' most talked about love stories have started under false pretenses? That's the question some fans are still asking years after Brittany Cartwright made her debut on the hit Bravo series. Speculation has resurfaced that Brittany may have had ulterior motives when she first began dating Jax Taylor, namely, a chance to get on television. While both have addressed these rumors in the past, there's renewed interest following their split and Brittany's rising profile in the Bravo world. Was Jax truly blindsided, or is this just a narrative fueled by the couple's rocky past and ongoing drama? Let's take a closer look at the timeline, the red flags, the denials, and the lingering doubts. Brittany Cartwright entered Jax Taylor's life and the Vanderpump Rules universe like a breath of fresh southern air. Viewers were introduced to her during season 4, when she moved from Kentucky to Los Angeles after a whirlwind romance with the self-proclaimed bad boy of SUR. At first glance, Brittany was sweet, charming, and seemingly naive. She quickly won over fans with her southern hospitality and patience toward Jax's erratic behavior. But even back then, some fans couldn't help but question her motives. How does a small-town Kentucky girl suddenly fall in love with one of reality TV's most infamous playboys, and just so happen to end up on one of the most popular shows on Bravo? Some pointed to the convenience of the timing. Jax and Brittany met in Las Vegas, and not long after, she relocated to LA and was quickly integrated into the show's cast. Skeptics wondered if Brittany saw Jax as a stepping stone, a path toward fame and a lucrative Bravo career. Jax Taylor was no stranger to controversy. Known for his cheating scandals, lies, temper tantrums, and epic feuds with his castmates, he was Vanderpump Rules' resident villain and arguably one of the most entertaining personalities on the show. Despite his long list of bad behavior, he always managed to stay in the mix, until it all became too much. Throughout his relationship with Brittany, Jax continued his problematic pattern. He cheated on her, lied, and acted in ways that left fans repeatedly asking why Brittany stayed. Their tumultuous dynamic became a central storyline on Vanderpump Rules, culminating in a televised engagement and eventually a wedding special spin-off. Jax and Brittany take Kentucky, but behind the smiles and Instagram-perfect photos was a toxic cycle of dysfunction, addiction, and emotional instability. Jax eventually revealed he had struggled with cocaine addiction during their marriage and was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. With sobriety came clarity, and he later admitted he may not be built for long-term relationships. "I don't think I'm a relationship guy," Jax said candidly in a recent interview. "I've come to terms with that. I think I need to be single." It's hard to ignore how quickly Brittany adapted to life in the limelight. From posing on red carpets to launching her own brand partnerships, Brittany seemed to embrace reality TV stardom. Her once down-home persona became more Hollywood-polished. As her influence grew, so did questions about her true intentions. Was Brittany just a good girl who got swept up in Jax's chaotic world, or was she quietly building a brand off the back of his notoriety? Critics have long questioned whether she would have stayed with Jax had there been no Bravo cameras. After all, he repeatedly betrayed her trust, yet she stuck around, through cheating scandals, emotional abuse, and even public humiliation. Some fans speculated that staying with Jax was strategic, a way to remain relevant on the show and maintain her Bravo paycheck. To be fair, Brittany has always denied any such motive. She maintains that her love for Jax was real and that her decision to stay was based on hope and forgiveness, not television fame. Interestingly, even Jax Taylor himself hasn't been able to shake the rumor. During a recent podcast appearance, he opened up about the ongoing speculation that Brittany used him to get on Vanderpump Rules. "I've gotten this question so many times over the years," Jax said. "So many times. And I want to say, I hope not. Her mom knew who I was, but Brittany always told me she never knew who I was. But who knows?" That admission, "I hope not," says a lot. While Jax wants to believe the best about Brittany, even he isn't entirely sure of the truth. He goes on to say that he gets into his own head about it sometimes, but ultimately doesn't think she's that kind of person. Still, his words suggest doubt lingers. Why, even after years of marriage and a child together, does this question still haunt him? Perhaps because, deep down, he senses that the timing and circumstances surrounding their relationship may have been more calculated than he once believed. For her part, Brittany Cartwright has consistently denied ever misleading Jax or using him for fame. She has stated in multiple interviews that she did not even know who he was when they met in Las Vegas. Her mother, however, was a fan, a detail that adds fuel to the fire for conspiracy theorists. Could Brittany have known more than she let on? Or was she simply swept up in a whirlwind romance that just so happened to lead her to reality stardom? According to Brittany, the rumors are not only false, they're hurtful. "I love Jax. I moved to LA because I believed in us," she said in a recent podcast appearance. "Everything else came after. I never went into this thinking I was going to be on TV." Her defenders point out that she endured a lot in that relationship, more than most people would have tolerated, and that if fame were her endgame, she could have left and leveraged the drama for a better narrative. Instead, she stayed loyal to Jax through scandal after scandal. Doesn't that suggest sincerity? It's worth examining the broader reality TV ecosystem. Romantic relationships often become transactional in the world of Bravo, where love stories, feuds, and scandals can lead to bigger paychecks, spin-offs, and brand deals. In that context, it's not unthinkable that someone would enter a relationship with one eye on the future, especially if that future included TV exposure. But does that make them a bad person? Some fans argue that even if Brittany was aware of the potential benefits of dating a Vanderpump Rules star, it doesn't necessarily mean her feelings were fake. ambition and affection can coexist. It's possible Brittany liked Jax and also saw the opportunity that being with him could bring. Would that be misleading? Maybe. Or maybe it's just part of the complex, messy reality of reality TV romance. Fast forward to 2025, and Jax and Brittany are no longer together. They've both confirmed their separation and are navigating co-parenting their son Cruz. Jax is focusing on personal growth and has admitted he may not be cut out for marriage. Brittany, on the other hand, is thriving in her own right, launching new projects and continuing to grow her brand. Their breakup was not shocking to most fans. The writing had been on the wall for years. But in the wake of their split, the question of how it all began has returned to the forefront. Was the relationship doomed from the start? And more provocatively, did Brittany really see Jax as a golden ticket? At the end of the day, only Brittany Cartwright truly knows her intentions when she started dating Jax Taylor. Fans can speculate, and Jax himself can wonder, but the truth remains locked inside her heart. What we do know is that their relationship brought drama, heartbreak, and moments of genuine connection to the Vanderpump Rules universe. Whether it began with pure motives or a touch of opportunism, it left an indelible mark on the show and on viewers. And perhaps that's what makes their story so compelling, the fact that it blurs the lines between love, ambition, fame, and betrayal. Do you believe Brittany Cartwright misled Jax Taylor to get on Vanderpump Rules, or was she just a young woman who fell in love with the wrong man at the wrong time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This story is far from over, especially with both Jax and Brittany continuing to share their sides in podcasts, interviews, and maybe even new reality TV ventures. As always, stay tuned, because in the world of Bravo, the truth always finds a way to surface. Please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos.